and we were standing on the threshold of our kitchen, and we were holding each other's hands, and like finished each other's sentences as this was happening. And we looked at each other and we said, we're starting a nonprofit with that name. Like, it just...
Good morning. Welcome back to Mills County Roots. I have the pleasure today of sitting with Dave and Cassie Lawrence, who are the proprietors, I guess you would say, of Sail On and Fly High, the founders of Sail On and Fly High. Good morning, Cassie. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you for being here, and thank you for bringing your story into Mills County. I think your story has a lot of healing value, and I think the more places you can tell it, the better.
Thank you. Thank you for having us and inviting us in.
Really glad to have you. And you have some background down in that area too,
I do.
don't you?
Yeah, I grew up in Tabortown, so
Okay.
graduated from Fremont Mills, so
Nice.
I do have some connections down in Mills County. I know and care about a lot of people down that way, and so yeah, it's my pleasure to be on here and share, a little bit about our story and background and what we're doing for the communities here in Southwest Iowa.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love Tabor. My kids all graduated from Fremont Mills.
Yeah.
Three of my children graduated from Fremont Mills, and we're pretty fond of that place. So anyway, it's nice to have that commonality.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's a small world for sure.
Yeah. Some other commonality that we have, however, is not quite as pleasant because we have had the experience of losing loved ones to suicide. But what you guys are doing about it is huge, and it's loving, and it's compassionate to others in the midst of what you experience, of what we experience, right? So
Thank you.
tell a little bit, Cassie, about how you decided to do this nonprofit.
We didn't decide, and I'll just put that out there
Okay.
Yeah.
right off the bat. It was a message given to us, a download, a message received, however you want
This
to.
is a spiritual
Yeah.
thing.
This is,
I get it.
yes.
Yeah.
The people get it.
It was, Sailor passed on March 16th, 2021. And the next day, we, of course, had friends and family that were gathering at our house. And Dave and I looked at each other because one of our friends was putting together a t-shirt fundraiser. And she said, "What do you want the shirts to say?" And we said, we looked at each other, and one of us said, "Sail On," and the other one said, "Fly High."
Oh, I get the goosebumps.
Because his name is Sailor and he was taking flight lessons. He wanted to be a pilot.
Wow.
And we looked at each other in that moment, and we were standing on the threshold of our kitchen, like 1 foot in the living room, 1 foot in the kitchen, open concept, and we were holding each other's hands and like finished each other's sentences as this was happening.
Oh.
And we looked at each other and we said, we're starting a nonprofit with that name. Like, it just,
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, the day after he passed,
Yeah,
it
it was-
all started coming
Oh.
together, and we said, we have to help people. We have to help people because we are your traditional, we literally have a white picket fence.
Yeah.
And we had resources. We were in therapy. We were having med management.
She's a nurse. I was, I am a financial advisor. I mean,
Right.
just as
You had all the props.
everyday person as you can potentially
Right.
be.
Yeah.
And we had all the resources available to us, and we were doing all the things. And it's unfortunate that, all the things
We
don't
did
stop.
not know he was suicidal,
Yeah.
though. That was one thing that we did not know.
Right.
But knew that he was having major anxiety and social struggles and things like that. But
Can we stop right here for just a second?
Yeah.
Because this is the perfect place to interject. If you are having struggles, if you are having ideas, stop. Call someone. Call 988. It's
Yes.
24/7.
you can text 988 too.
Text 988. Whatever you need to do, please stop. Please stop and take a breath, because usually this action is knee-jerk reaction.
Yes.
And I truly believe that in my life, the 3 people closest to me who have done this, if they could take it back, they would take it back. I believe that
I agree too.
on the other side of this decision, it's a permanent decision to a temporary problem. And so we collectively would encourage
Yes.
anyone who's feeling that way to pick up the phone, reach out to someone you love. Even if you don't love them, reach out, because they might just be, because you leave the people who commit suicide, and I know it's not their intention, but they leave so much pain in their wake. They leave so much.
And you also have to think about the pain that they had to be feeling
Yes.
Be
to
in that
make that
position.
wake. And so if you're feeling that pain, know that you are not alone and there are resources, and it is not an overnight easy fix, but you are not alone. You are loved, you are cared for, and you are meant to be here.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's talk about what your nonprofit's doing.
One of the things that I wasn't planning on talking about, but I do want to bring up just really quickly, is you had mentioned something that sparked. One of the things that we do is sponsor QPR trainings, and that stands for Question, Persuade, and Refer. So that are free trainings through the Iowa State Extension Office that teaches the lay person how to have that conversation, that hard conversation with somebody who may be suicidal and who may be struggling. So if somebody comes to you and says, I'm having these thoughts, you have a toolbox and equipment to navigate and ask the hard questions, and to not sidestep and ask them straight out, are you planning on taking your life? Do you have a plan? Because we say things differently. Are you going to hurt yourself? Nope.
Yeah.
Are
you
so
safe?
it's so
Are you, like, we beat around the bush, and oftentimes when we're having those conversations, because it's hard for the person that's asking questions. Also, it brings up probably a lot of emotions and anxiety for that person,
Sure.
thinking that maybe they're in a position that maybe this is their only opportunity to reach out and help, and they don't want to screw it up.
Right. I think that's what
and
we do.
it
I
is
think
false
that
narrative that if you ask somebody that it'll put the thought in their head. That is not true at all. And so this training is really important, but we do sponsor QPR trainings around town and around Southwest Iowa for the layperson to be more mentally aware.
That is phenomenal, and I love that. And I just said in a previous podcast, we need first aid training for preventing suicide, for mental health,
Yes.
as much as we do CPR.
Yes. So
Right?
QPR is
Yes.
CPR for the brain.
Yes. Yes.
That
and
is how they portray it
Yeah,
too.
that's how they portray it to the layperson or the
CPR for
general
mental
public.
health.
Yep.
I don't know what the statistics are right now, but I'm sure they're high.
They're
and higher-
skyrocketing.
Yeah.
higher than they've been in a long time.
I saw just recently a post from the National Suicide Prevention Facebook page that there's been 80,000 deaths already in 2026 by
Just in the
suicide.
month of January
Just in the month of January.
in the United States.
Oh my goodness.
So it's an ongoing issue, and it's a major one that needs to be addressed.
You know, it doesn't, we can't let it go without saying that evil is ramping up in this world in every corner, in every way it can. So reach out to clergy, reach out to someone with a caring heart, reach out to counselors, reach out to, and oh my goodness, what you're doing with the QPR is just phenomenal. And I wish that that had been in place years ago, but we have to go through what we go through to learn what we learn.
Yeah,
to-
it's an
to
amazing
do
program,
what
and
do.
we don't
Yeah.
teach it. We just sponsor those who do. So please reach out to
Yes.
Sail On and Fly High if you're interested in hosting one.
I in a previous life of mine, during COVID, I worked for COVID Recovery Iowa, where I was crisis counselor and ran into situations virtually over the phone and virtually where someone on the other end would be suicidal. And I'm going to tell you, I was like caught like a deer in the headlights, even after having experienced it 3 times
Yeah.
close to me.
Yeah.
I was like a deer in the headlights. It's like we're on the phone. I can't follow up. Like if they hang up, I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
And that mental anguish stays with you when
it does.
you have the PTSD of it happening before,
Yes.
and then you have this conversation, and so we delved deeply into some QPR. But I would love to take that QPR course again as an update, just like CPR. You know, we have to keep our skills honed, and I would love to take that again. So when we're done here, I'd like to get some
That'd be
absolutely.
contact
fantastic.
information.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Love to help host that and spread light and information with more people, because the more people that are aware and more people that know what to do in those situations, hopefully that's more lives that can be saved.
Right.
And that was ultimately the goal when we looked at each other and we said we're going to start a nonprofit. We had no idea what we were doing. Like it's a huge
Truly,
mountain.
24 hours later, a fog, and it just.
And so we really focused in on the one thing that we can do as a nonprofit is if we focus on saving one person's life, all the money, time, energy, everything that we put into it would have been worth it.
Exactly.
Now, the hard part is that's not a measurable statistic, right? You can't measure, I prevented you from taking your life, right? But what we have gotten as a measurable statistic is a number of different people coming to us and saying that we're changing the community, we're changing lives for the better. And I've gone out to, most recently, I've gone out to Abraham Lincoln High School and was doing a presentation for the entrepreneurship class there and discussed, the importance of being an entrepreneur and things like that. But the teacher there also gave me some grace to talk a lot about sail on and fly high.
Oh, that's
and one of the most impactful moments in my life, as well as since starting the nonprofit, is I did this presentation for multiple classes throughout the whole day. And after one of the classes, a young lady handed me a note. And
don't make me cry on camera.
And in the note it said, "It's because of people like you that I'm still around."
Oh.
And
see.
And again,
a teenager left him a Post-it note.
And she just walked off, and I couldn't even register what she looks like at this point in time. But it was one of the most impactful notes that I've ever received. And knowing that the words that I said hopefully will change somebody's mind about doing an irreversible act means the world to me. And this is why we get up and we do it. And as much as it's a struggle, much as it brings up pain, it also brings up a lot of, if I can do something.
Yes.
Because we are 100% volunteer led. We have no paid members. Our board is small and mighty. And we are 100% volunteer led. So any donations that we receive go straight into our community. And back office stuff. There are, of course, back office things that you have to run with a business or a nonprofit, but solely volunteer ran.
Yeah.
And that is the way that we intend to keep it.
Yeah. And we have a huge following. I mean, everybody that I'm sure that's listening to this podcast has some sort of connection, and we just love them. And we've had huge support from our community, and I think everybody around us and in our communities understand the severity of the problems that we're facing and the mountain that we have to climb in order to make a change, in order to do better for people. And, it's just been, it's been very difficult, but also very rewarding in those facts. That
the community is wrapped around us so much that we
call
wanted.
them our armada.
Yeah, our armada,
Yeah,
a fleet of
I love
ships.
that.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do something to give back to our community. We have no intention of ever leaving Southwest Iowa. And love our community, and we're like, how can we do this? And so we have a handful of things that we do, and our big thing is our community mental health celebration. It is tentatively set for the 4th Thursday in May this year. It's generally been the 3rd Thursday. We've kind of played around with it, but tentatively it's in Bayliss Park, and it's completely free to attend. More details will be up on our website shortly as soon as we get that date. Which is sailonandflyhigh.org.
Okay.
And So it's a completely free event. The last few years, we've had over 500 attendees, and it's full of resources. We have different themes each year, and it's in conjunction with the farmers market. The first 500 people that come actually get $5 in market bucks to come to this event.
Okay.
And that is our big thing that we do. It's free for, we call them the Compass Crew, for vendors, because you're not allowed to sell something here. This is, you're coming to support people in positively impacting mental health. If you have any kind of hand in something that will positively impact somebody's mental health, you are welcome at this event.
And please reach out. We are
Yes.
always looking to expand and bring in new, interesting
Yep,
vendors.
we fill
and-
up a quarter of the park now, and our goal is over the next year to fill up half the park.
and
So
eventually to take over the whole park.
Yeah,
yes,
great.
yes, with
That's-
resources.
That's great.
And then we do a mental health awareness walk at the end or towards the end of the event, and we also have a panel of speakers that goes towards whatever theme we're doing. And can I announce this year's theme?
I would encourage you.
So Dave has really wanted to incorporate the arts, art and music and theater and things like that. We've had, physical health, and we've done things like that for different themes. This is our 5th one. And the other night we were sitting at the kitchen table and we're like, what's this year? What are we going to call it? And I said, your mind is a masterpiece.
Oh,
Because we want everybody to know that no matter where you are in your mental state, your mind is beautiful, and the arts are beautiful, and the arts can help
Inspire.
inspire.
fire.
Yes.
Listening to music, being creative, all sorts of things is really beneficial to your mental health. So that is our focus
Oh, I
this
love
year.
that.
And Compass Crew does not have to follow suit with that. That's just that. But if you are any sort of mental health resource, or you positively impact mental health in some way, shape, or
Yes.
form,
If you're an artist, you're a musician, you're a
we're also looking for
crafter,
panelists. So
whatever
reach out
you,
for that
you
too.
are, if you want to be a part, if you want to
Yeah.
join in on the crusade that we're on, if you will,
Yeah.
and you want to join in on the mental health celebration, reach out, sailonflyhigh.org, sailonflyhigh on Facebook. We would be glad to add more Compass Crew to our events.
Yeah.
I think the more resources we have, the better. I can't tell you how many therapists and things like that came last year that said, holy crap, I did not know that the community needed us to come to them so badly. And
500
that's
people.
what we're trying to accomplish, is bringing the resources to where the people are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It's
that's
so the
amazing.
biggest barrier in my opinion, is reaching out and taking that first step. Finding somebody that you can confide into, right? Well, if we're bringing them to you, it's not as difficult to find that
And
person.
you can just go and walk around and see who you connect with. We encourage therapy agencies even to bring their wait lists, anything like that. But it's completely free
That's amazing.
to everybody who
Yeah.
participates.
What a beautiful thing that the two of you are doing. That it's wonderful, and
Thank
and
you.
your compassion in the midst of your grief is overwhelming to me. 24 hours after
Yeah.
this happened,
Yeah.
you're compassionately leaning into each other to do this, and with that guidance, of course.
Yeah.
But you're a beautiful couple, and every time I see
Thank you.
I'm always I just get a good feeling because you're so connected.
Thank you.
You clearly exude love toward one another and toward everyone else that you're around. We've been in different
Oh,
networking
thank
groups
you.
together and stuff, and you're both always you're just full of love and light,
Oh,
and
Thank you.
and it's
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
apparent, and
Thank you very much.
and you are just the people to make the difference.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Truly
I
are.
really
And
appreciate
I
that.
really have to give credit, though, to our family, our board, our friends, our armada, our volunteers, and everything, because yes, this is us, but we
Takes a
could.
community.
It takes a village.
There is days that we
Yes.
couldn't get out of bed, and there are people that helped us get out of bed.
Yeah.
And so
And still to this day.
still to this day, I mean, it's not just because it's 4.5 years later doesn't mean that it makes it any easier. And
No.
I, honestly, a lot of people come to me and they say, well, time heals everything.
No, it doesn't.
It does not. It does not.
And they say get through the first. Every new day without
a
your
first.
child
Yeah.
is a first.
Yes.
Yeah. Every moment that you wake up
Every
and that you're breathing is a first
Is a
experience.
first.
And so it's very difficult, but through that pain, we have found that you can have pain and you can still find joy in the things that you do and the people that you surround yourself with and the things that you impact. And again, it goes back to the one goal of if we could save one person, whether we know it or not, it would be all worth it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We find a lot of joy in building our calm kits that we hand out. That is one
Calm
thing.
kits?
Calm kits.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. What's in the calm kit?
We should have
We should have brought one.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
It's been a little crazy lately.
Yes,
So a calm kit is a canvas bag
Okay.
with our branding on it,
Okay.
and inside are sensory items
Okay.
that de-escalate really big emotions. So it's not a crisis kit; it's a calm kit.
Okay.
But a grief wave, an ADHD spike, a panic attack, things where you need to come back down.
Yes.
Science proves the more senses that you include in these heightened emotional episodes, the quicker that you can come back down from them. So we have things like scented hand lotion because you can put that on, you're feeling it, you're smelling it, flavored chapstick, mints, some fidgets, cards.
There's an instruction booklet. It's in English and Spanish.
Oh, wonderful.
Literally, we give you
Little
the tools,
puzzles, like-
little word search, things to distract your mind, and as well as bring some relief to those anxiety moments.
So as much as you don't want to make mental health taboo, sometimes in those heightened episodes, you don't want everybody to know you're having a panic attack. So you can reach into your calm kit and put on some flavored chapstick and pop in a mint and get some senses going to counteract those sensories. And we say they're for ages 10 to 110 because there are some smaller pieces in there, so we don't.
Choking hazards. We don't want
choking
some younger
hazards.
kids to be.
But we've distributed them throughout the city. Each police cruiser has them in there in case they, again, not for a crisis intervention, but say a kiddo and their parent are in a car wreck and, they need some distraction and need some relief, then they have that. Teen Central at the library goes through them like that. They're in the schools. We've placed them in coffee shops, therapy agencies, all over.
Yeah.
You
And
guys are so dialed in to the science. You're so dialed into the community needs, and kudos to you for, it's not just, you're not just saying we have a nonprofit and because of our grief, you're actually delving in with, and the fact that you're digging in that deep to create all of these what would I call them, support systems.
Yeah.
And there's a number of support systems that you're putting out there. And the fact that you're going to the schools and talking to these kids, the young lady that left you the note, you got to know she was representing a lot of other children because she was the one who had the emotion and the desire to tell you.
And I was so brave
Thank
of her,
you.
and
It
I didn't
was.
get to thank her, but
Yeah.
thank you. It means the world to me to know that I've helped somebody or that we've helped somebody. So
That's healing balm right there too.
yeah, it's very healing.
It is. But the support of the mental health community also that comes to the events and comes to the community and you're making a difference because, as you said, it can be taboo. So to go to a mental health
celebration.
celebration,
Yeah.
And that's why we call it a celebration.
500 people show up.
Yeah.
That's absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. And you are overcoming the stigma here.
That is what we're trying to do.
You are overcoming the stigma, and I hope that resonates with waves of resonation throughout the Southwest Iowa and the state and the nation because
Thank you.
you are a model agency, a model organization for addressing mental health issues at the beginning.
Thank you.
At the beginning,
Thank you.
all the way through.
Yeah.
Speaking of WAVE, another thing that we do is we have the WAVE Award, and that is for teachers or school counselors, grades K through 12 in Southwest Iowa. And it is a $2,000, an amount of $2,000 of items for the winning teacher or school counselor for items in their classroom that better the mental health of their students. And this year, Mandy Reed at Wilson Middle School received the award. We have not posted about it on social media
Well, this
yet.
is cool that you
Yes,
telling it
yes.
here first.
So we're telling it
Thank
here
you for that.
yes, absolutely.
And for announcing
So-
your name.
So yes, so we got Mandy and her classroom $2,000 worth of items to better the mental health of her students. And it's a nomination form that comes out in the fall. Our board votes on a point base, and then we announce. But it could be anything that that classroom or teacher needs. Even we do snacks. We really love to incorporate snacks because food insecurity
Is a big
is
issue.
a big issue.
Sure.
And having that helps your mental health when you're in.
Not only the nutrition, but also the safety and security of knowing that you have a place to get snacks or
Yeah.
all those things.
Yeah, meditation devices, fidgets, anything, because it totally depends on what age
Sure.
classroom we had. We started with Sailor's kindergarten teacher was our first WAVE award recipient, and then we have had different recipients since then. So
Wow.
that is another thing that we do because kids spend so much time in a classroom, and the teachers spend so much of their own money supporting their classrooms that was one way that we wanted to be able
That's
to
beautiful.
support the mental health of the students in
That's
this area.
beautiful. I have a very dear friend who is a teacher, was a teacher, she retired, but she was a teacher in Hamburg, and she dealt with a lot
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
going through the flood and,
Yeah.
and all the things that happened down there, and there was insecurity everywhere, and parents' minds were elsewhere, and so she dealt with a lot, and she did spend a lot of her own money and a lot of her personal time, and so the fact that you are doing this and supporting those teachers, and there are teachers out there that really care, and I am sure Sailor has had an impact on this entire community. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We feel it often. We do.
Yeah.
Through the work that we do, and even people that never knew him, I mean, will come up and tell us, because of the work that we do, it feels like they've known him his entire life.
Oh, he was the most unique soul.
So amazing.
So amazing, so unique. He flew a plane before he drove a car,
Oh my goodness.
and that was him. Born upside down a month early on April Fool's Day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Upside down and backwards on April Fool's Day. And that was kind of how he lived. He carried around a brick of cheese in his pocket that he would whittle pieces off with his little pocket knife.
Yeah.
And that was his favorite snack. He loved tea and was just the neatest thing. And I told him all the time, you are the coolest, most unique human I have ever met. And I have no idea how I was so lucky to give birth to you.
Yeah.
And he gave the best hugs, and I would say that.
that's
And
Told the best stories, and
oh my gosh, he was an amazing storyteller.
So
And so we
animated.
tried to share his unique personality on Facebook, and people who never got to meet him comment that they wish that they could have. And that is something that means so much to us, and something that I would like people to know is don't be afraid to talk about somebody who has lost anybody
to suicide,
or
anything.
any way. We might cry. We cry every day anyway.
Yeah.
But talking about them, he's my child.
Yes.
He's
Keeps
our
him
child.
alive in our minds, and we are.
Yeah, we still want to talk about him. Don't be afraid that you're going to make us sad. We're sad anyway. You make us happy by saying, what was Sailor's favorite kind of tea, or what was, anything like
Share
that.
an
His
experience.
favorite kind of tea.
Any kind
Any
that
kind of
any
tea.
It
any
was
warm.
English black tea.
Oh.
He did prefer English black tea,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
but with lots of cream and sugar in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brown sugar, especially
Yeah.
honey. He was a honey connoisseur.
So I have to ask then if you have any British descent in your.
Oh yes,
Okay,
I am
so-
almost half British and Welsh and half Irish.
Okay,
So
there you go.
that's where he got his strawberry hair from. Was
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. True to that.
Yeah.
True to his roots there.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Is there anything else going on that we need to be mentioning as far
Yes,
as your
please.
We've got a lot
upcoming
of
events?
yeah. We've got a number of events. Of course, as Cass mentioned, we're completely volunteer run. That means that we are also completely fundraiser run. Right. So we have to raise money to do all these things. The comm kits, they don't cost the schools, the police, the library. Doesn't
We
cost
hand them out
them
completely
anything.
for free.
It's 100% free to anybody that needs them. All the other resources that we do, so the $2,000 that we give out, that's all money that we raise throughout the year. So with that, we have a number of events. If you are feeling so compelled and would like to be a part and give back in a monetary way, you can go to sailonaFlyHigh.org and you can donate through there. But also, we like to have fun with our fundraising, right? And one of the newest or the latest one that's coming up is we just got together with the Council Bluffs Pickleball Club here over by in conjunction with the Iowa West Field House, and we are doing a pickleball tournament on March 7th.
Okay.
From 3 to 7 p.m. More details to come. We're putting together the flyer and the registration link and everything right now, but that should be up here hopefully in the next week or so. And so you can go there, and all the money going from that will go to help sponsor our QPR trainings, our $2,000 WAVE award, as well as our ComKit initiative. Then we also have, as she mentioned, the Bayliss Park Mental Health Celebration coming up in May. Ideally, it's going to be the fourth Thursday in May. And then we have our golf tournament this year, which is the last Saturday in July.
I believe it's the 25th this year at
Okay.
Whispering Woods.
Okay.
Whispering Woods
right
here locally. We love
Yep.
supporting our local product partners, our local partners. Waldstein Plumbing has been our biggest corporate sponsor here the last 4 years, and
Yeah,
we
the
really
Waldsteins
appreciate
have been
them.
amazing.
They've been so amazing, and really, really just appreciate the community involvement, because we couldn't do this without the people like that are there supporting us behind the scenes. So if you are interested in any of
In
those,
pickleball or golf, it is a novice pickleball tournament.
Yep.
You do have to have some basic knowledge of pickleball, but we're saying levels 2.5 and below for those who know pickleball. But we are capped at 24 teams.
48
Okay.
players total.
And
So,
you can sign up individually and
okay.
be matched up with
with a random partner.
a random partner if you don't have a
Oh,
partner.
are you guys going to play?
I am going to play.
I cannot play,
She
but
cannot play,
yeah,
unfortunately,
with my health issues.
with her health issues. But yes, I will be out there playing, and
yeah,
so
I'll be greeting.
Yep.
And it's not like a spectator thing. Come, hang out, play your pickleball, and it's from 3 to 7. We know that that's a busy day in Council Bluffs.
Yep.
March 7th is, but come support us. It's just $50 a player, and 100% goes straight back into the nonprofit. And then our golf tournament is our big thing this year, or that we have been doing annually since. So yeah, more to come, more flyers, more links, everything, and it'll all be on our website, which is a little under construction right now
Okay.
because I'm a little under construction as well.
Yep.
Right. I know you haven't been secret about your health issues that you have going
Correct.
on. You're posting about those. Do you want to talk any about that today?
Sure.
Okay.
Please give me some grace because I generally run our social media, I run our website and design our website and everything like that. I was diagnosed with cancer a year ago. That is all well and good. However, now I am battling a brain tumor that has given me Cushing's disease, that has given me blood clots, and I have blood clots in my lungs. And so now it's a balancing act of trying to resolve these blood clots, get me off of anticoagulants so I can have this brain tumor removed. But we found out even just yesterday that my condition is deteriorating rapidly. And my cortisol is so high, it's eating my body from the inside out. And just a lot comes with having a brain tumor on your pituitary. And I have been really open with my journey because there's a huge mental health component factor to it of having to almost halt doing everything that I do. And I am not a person that halts easily.
Well, that's clear.
Yeah.
That's very clear. That
She's
we're
always
like-
been a go-getter, and
accomplished
this is a
here.
big mental challenge for her to take a step
Right.
back and let other people.
I've had to quit working, and I have had to pull back a bit from the nonprofit and delegate more, which I should have been doing for years. However, the helper doesn't like to ask for help.
Right.
And so that's where we're at with that.
Right. Well, you are a strong woman.
Thank you.
One of the strongest I think I've ever met. And
Thank you.
You're a strong man. You're a strong couple. And I'll mention again the connection between the two of you. That's your sustenance here, you know. And I just really admire. I am so humbled and
Thank you.
Thank you.
just overwhelmed with you two.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's
Thank you.
it's challenging for sure, but
we've got each other, and
we have each other, and that's all what we've relied on, and we know the statistics, and we've talked about them. I mean, it's hard for couples that lose a child. You know, they're very high in separation rates, and you know that's again something that we are very, very aware and cognizant of, and it's something that we put a lot of effort into.
And we are not ashamed to say we've done couples counseling. We have each done therapy individually. Like, we have navigated this, and there are times where we have literally laid on the kitchen floor holding each other, sobbing in really bad days. And but we know that we have each other. I remember putting my hands on his face as he sat on the porch the night that Sailor passed, right after he got home, and we were told. And I said, this will not break us. Yeah. And we weren't at a point, but I knew then. I was a mental health nurse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Previously.
Oh.
And so I knew then.
Yeah.
And I looked at him because he is my knight in shining armor and has been for over 2 decades. And
That's wonderful.
I said, this will not break us.
And it's not.
And it's not.
And as close as the two of you are, I could see that your grief is double, your joy is double, and your healing is double.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And
Thank you.
I hope anybody watching will see this as an example. If whatever you're going through in life, and if you have that partner, lean in and love each other.
We often say, lean in.
Do you?
We do. We do. Because you want to sometimes, when you are going through grief or having a hard day, you don't want to put it on the other person, and you lean back. Well, they feel that.
Uh-huh.
And then they think that there's a wall or that there's something going on. And we use that phrase,
That's interesting.
I need you to
lean
lean into
in.
me.
I need you to lean in.
Yeah.
And so
That's wonderful.
that's another sign right
It's-
there
Yes.
that you that you specifically said that. Yeah.
It is, and we get it. So, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you
am
so
you so much.
Thank you. And I'm so
Sorry,
sorry for your loss.
I am
Yeah.
sorry for your loss as
It
well.
is it is a group that gets bigger, unfortunately, every year, and it's one that we're trying to shrink as quickly as we can.
Yes, thank you for everything you're doing, and we connect, and as having similar loss. And I will say, I don't profess to know how you feel, because no one can know how
No,
someone else feels.
everybody's situation is different.
Exactly, and every individual. But I will say this: you are supreme examples of resilience, and I will
you.
take this conversation through the rest of my life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing us to share our story and Sailor's story with the community of Southwest Iowa, and thank you for being such a great support and always so kind and loving to us too.
Well, I'm so glad that we didn't have this conversation before today, because this is authentically the conversation
Yes.
the first time.
Yeah.
So we've seen each other around, but we've never sat down to talk. So I'm really glad that in your willingness and on this platform, we've been able to bring this conversation in such an authentic way to the viewers of Mills County Roots, and hopefully it'll go beyond there.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And
Thank
again,
you.
reach out if you need help. 988.
Yes.
We are more than happy to help give some direction. But you
But
are
we are
cared
not a
for. You are
crisis center.
you are loved for, and please, the world does need you.
Yeah,
So
spread kindness.
Spread kindness and stick around with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today on Mills County Roots, and I am so happy and so proud to have brought Dave and Cassie Lawrence to you with Sail On and Fly High.
Thank you.
Thank you.